we start with the another or the second part of this rheumatoid arthritis, in which we mainly cover the lab diagnosis and the treatment modality of this rheumatoid arthritis, and in which we mainly see the what about the lab diagnosis and also lab diagnosis and the treatment of this patient. Okay, in the lab diagnosis we can do the several the tests, like the most important or the most specific test for the rheumatoid arthritis is we can do the anti-CCP antibody test. It is the most specific test for what? Rheumatoid arthritis. And this rheumatoid, and also we can do the rheumatoid factors. We can do a rheumatoid factors, in which mainly the IgM antibody is formed against what? Against the FC fragment of what? IgG antibody. Okay, means in this normally IgM antibody is mainly formed against the FC fragment of what? Fractionated fragment of what? IgG. This line is very important. For what? Exam point of view. Okay, and we can also do the ESR or the CRP level, and in this ESR and the CRP level is mainly increased. ESR is also increased and the CRP level is also increased. C-reactive protein is also increased during this condition. And if we do the synovial fluid aspiration, and in this synovial fluid aspiration we can see the WBC count, and in this condition the WBC count is almost more than, or approx is equals to 5,000 to 50,000 cells per mm cube. So these are the mainly the lab diagnosis in which we mainly see this type of the features. Like first we see what you can learn. The most specific one is what? The most specific is what? Anti-CCP antibody. We can also do rheumatoid factor also. We can also do what? We can see also increase ESR or the increase CRP. This is important, and it mainly defines what? Seronegative, seropositive form of arthritis. In the previous classes we can study like this is mainly a chronic form of arthritis. Chronic form. And what do you mean by the chronic form? Means the features or the symptoms more than what? The problem is, or arthritis problem is almost for the more than 6 month, and if it is less than the 6 month, it may be some known as acute form of arthritis, and this is known as more than 6 months. It is known as the chronic form of arthritis. Okay, we can also main focus of this rheumatoid arthritis is the treatment modality, and what is the importance of or main objective for the treatment of the rheumatoid arthritis. And the main objective is what? My main aim to decrease the inflammation. First priority is to decrease the inflammation, and also preservation of the function of the joint, along with what? Also prevention the degeneration. Also we want to what? Prevent what? Degeneration of the joints. And for this aim we can do or starting the treatment, and mainly what we do, first start with low dose of corticosteroid. Okay, we can start the low dose of corticosteroid, or in which we mainly give oral prednisone. And this oral prednisone is mainly given in the dose of almost 5 to 10 mg daily. 5 to 10 mg daily almost, which is mainly what it do. It is act as what anti-inflammatory agent, and it can decrease the inflammation, and also it can reduce the rate of what, it can also reduce the rate of erosion. And this is the main point what we want. The treatment, the main objective is to decrease inflammation and decrease the rate of what, erosion. But this is not a main treatment or the curable treatment for this disease. For this curable treatment, we can give the another drugs known as the DMRAD, disease modifying rheumatoid arthritis drugs. Okay, or in these DMRADs we can start with the drug of choice like methotrexate. It is mainly a drug of choice. Mainly when you give the methotrexate, it can take, or it can work, or it can, so if their effect within almost 2 to 6 weeks, almost 2 to 6 weeks. That's why for starting, or in the starting this methotrexate, we can also give some time or the corticosteroid along with them. Then if the effect of this methotrexate will come, we will stop that the particular the corticosteroids with the tapering form. Okay, and after that we can stop that corticosteroid, and we can start this continue with this methotrexate. And the initial dose for this methotrexate is what, mainly 7.5 mg oral once a week. We can start with this, and the maximum dose you can go up to what, 20 mg per week. Okay, but the problem is that if you give the patient normally methotrexate, you can get some side effect, like the patient have the gastric problems, like the gastric irritation problem. Person may have stomatitis problem, and also the patient have a leukopenic problem. Mainly the cytopenia may be seen due to this, or also there will be increase the risk of pancytopenia. This is the main point. It can increase the risk of the pancytopenia if the serum creatinine is more than what, serum create in the body is more than 2 mg per deciliter. Means if the kidney has some problem, that it means the kidney is not able to excrete out the creatinine. If this creatinine can increased in our body, at that time you can give a patient like methotrexate drug. It may precipitate this type of the features like pancytopenic features. Okay, and sometimes like mainly they are contraindicated in what, chronic hepatitis patient. Okay, mainly absent in pregnancy or the pregnant women pregnancy. Okay, and if the patient have the glomerular filtration rate is less than 30 ml per minute, you can avoid this type of the drugs. Okay, and also if the patient is the heavy alcoholic, we cannot give this type of the methotrexate drug. And for this, if we give these drugs, we can ask the patient to come for the liver test or the LFT at least every after what, 12 weeks. And we can mainly ask the patient to come after 12 12 weeks. And what we see and what we check for, we will mainly check for the amino transferase level. Okay, and if we get this amino transferase level increased during the treatment modality of with the methotrexate, you can decrease the dose. You can do a dose adjustment. Okay, what we want to do, we want to do the dose adjustment. And also sometimes this type of immunosuppressive drugs increase the risk of the several immunosuppressive. If the patient get immunosuppressive, it can also increase the chances of several disease like TB or the lymphoma may be precipitated during this treatment condition. And also one point, if the patient take methotrexate, we should avoid to give what? Amoxicillin or probenecid, because these two drugs or this antibiotic or these two drugs increase what? Mainly these two drugs increase its toxicity, and this toxic effect may precipitate it and also leads to the bone marrow suppression or the hepatic problem in the patient. Okay, next we can study about the sulfasalazine. This sulfasalazine is mainly as the second line of the drug, and second line of DMARDs, and in which we mainly get the side effect, like if we give these drugs, the patient may present with you as a neutropenia, patient may present as the thrombocytopenia, and also the patient, and we can also avoid this type of the drugs in the patient like G6PD deficient patient. Okay, because if we give this type of the drugs in the G6PD deficient, it can lead to the hemolysis, severe hemolysis, and the patient may undergo the emergency condition. And due to this, we should avoid these drugs. Or if you want to give the sulfasalazine in patient, you go and must check for what? G6PD. Okay, G6PD deficient.